Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to the announcement video for my 5th Master of Them All tournament. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this tournament series, if you are new to my channel, basically every now and then I decide to run a tournament for my viewers and subscribers to participate in and pit their Pokemon knowledge and team building skills against each other. So the format for this one is going to be a PU tier tournament, and I'm also going to be banning not fully evolved Pokemon and Mega Evolutions, but I'll get a little bit more into that when I discuss some of the rules in a bit more detail later. But for right now, what you need to know is that this tournament is taking place on Sunday, December 1st, which is this coming Sunday, at 12 o'clock p.m. or noon Eastern Standard Time. And I have a link in the description as well on the rules page to tell you how to convert your time zone to get what the Eastern Standard Time would be. This is East Coast United States for those that need to know. Now, to participate in this tournament, you're going to be needing to go to the tournament's chat room on Pokemon Showdown, and also I will be live streaming this tournament on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Rykard3, as well as conversing with all of the people involved in the tournament and kind of running it as a whole. So it's a ton of fun for you all to try and come out to. I've done 4 of these before, and they've all been really successful, and I'm excited to be doing a 5th one right now, so I hope all of you decide to participate in this tournament as it has been a lot of fun in the past to do. So for the general rules of this tournament, battles will be in the singles format, meaning that there will be 6 Pokemon per team and 1 Pokemon out on each side of the field at a given time, and also the matches are best of 1, so you basically have to beat the person. There's no second chances to maybe win 2 more after you lose your first game, because it's not best out of 3, it's just best out of 1. Now, you do need to also keep in mind that this is a double elimination tournament, meaning that even if you do lose your first game in the tournament, you could still potentially win the tournament, because after you lose your first game, you get sent to the loser's bracket, and then you can fight your way through the loser's bracket to eventually potentially come out on top in the tournament. And I have had people in the past that have lost very early on in the tournament and still done extremely well. So if you do participate, keep that in mind that even if you lose once, you have to lose a second time to be able to be knocked out of the tournament. Also, because this is a PU tier tournament, all matches will take place using the PU tier on Pokemon Showdown, and I believe it is listed under other metagames if you're curious as to where to find it. Another thing to make note of is that the battle timer is to always be turned on as to prevent the matches from taking too long, because obviously we have to run the tournament and make it go quickly, so the battle timer kind of helps that move along. Also, you need to keep in mind that the regular clauses are in effect, such as species clause, where you can't have 2 of the same Pokemon on your team, sleep clause, where you can't put more than 1 Pokemon on your opponent's team to sleep, evasion clause, where using moves that boost your own evasion are banned, however, using moves that lower your opponent's accuracy are very much allowed, Moody clause, where you can't have any Pokemon that have the Moody ability, and also the one-hit KO clause, where you cannot use moves such as Sheer Cold or Horn Drill, which will one-hit KO the opponent regardless of what HP they're at. Also, you are only allowed to use 1 team for this tournament, and it may not be altered once the tournament begins, so whatever you bring to the tournament is what you are stuck with. You're not allowed to change moves, you're not allowed to change items, it has to just be consistent throughout it. And also, not fully evolved Pokemon and Mega Pokemon are not allowed to be used in this tournament, and the reason for that is because, in my opinion, PU is very boring when it ends up being the lower evolutions of the OU and UU Pokemon you see all the time, which is basically what PU tends to be more often than not, where it'll be maybe like 3 Pokemon that are, fully evolved or don't have an evolution, and then 3 Pokemon that are like, NFEs of a OU Pokemon. I think that's really boring, so I want to actually encourage you all to use the Pokemon in the PU tier that aren't just lesser evolutions of the OU and UU Pokemon that you see all the time. And also, just to point out, Phione is not an NFE, it cannot evolve, it does not gain the benefit of the Eviolite item, so therefore you can actually use Phione in this tournament, but anything else, probably, if you have to think about it, if it's not fully evolved, chances are it probably is a not fully evolved Pokemon, so you cannot bring that to the tournament. Also, Mega Glalie and Mega Camerupt, and I believe Mega Audino are the 3 Megas that are in PU right now, and all of them are also banned from the tournament. However, you can use Camerupt and Glalie if you would like. I still think Audino is NU, which is weird because Mega Audino is listed as PU. I don't understand that. But anyways, that is just kind of the whole breakdown of what you are allowed to bring and what you are not allowed to bring to the tournament. As for how to register for the tournament, the first thing you need to go ahead and do is create an account on challenge.com, which is where the bracket is going to be run. So you need to make an account there so then you can register for the tournament, and you can do that by clicking the sign up button on the tournament page. Now the tournament page link will be in the description of the video, so you can go sign up there right after this video is over. And the thing that is the most important is that the name you register with on Challenge must be the same username you go by on Pokemon Showdown. Because obviously if your name is different on one, we won't be able to find you and you won't be able to have your match. So that is something that needs to happen. Also, if you already have a Challenge account and the name is not the same as your Pokemon Showdown name, click the sign up with a team name link when registering to enter as your Pokemon Showdown username, so that there isn't any confusion about who is who and whatnot. Also, you are required to check in to the tournament on Challenge at least an hour before the tournament begins. So you can register like a week in advance, or you can register today, but in order to actually be entered in the tournament, you have to be there on Sunday and check in so that you can actually partake in it. So failure to do so will actually result in your removal from the tournament, so that is really important to make note of. And finally, as for some additional info, the winner of each match will be responsible for reporting the truthful results of the matches on Challenge. So you can actually edit the bracket yourself if you are the person whose match just happened. The winner is the one responsible for saying that he or she won the battle, not the loser. And if problems arise, such as people lying about results, feel free to send me a private message on Pokemon Showdown. I'll be under the name Rykard, and I will handle this situation. Also, reporting false results will result in an automatic removal from a tournament, and I do not play around with that. Also, please share all of your match replays with me by messaging me with the link of the shared replay, and this only works if you actually click the shared replay button and send me the link that pops up. This is not the link to the battle. You actually have to click share replay and then send me that link. Because when I kind of organize all the matches in the tournament, I, in the past, have released the finals and all stuff like that. I was really bad about it the last couple of times because I've been really busy and just never got around to it. But this time I definitely intend to. It'll be over winter break, so I won't have really much else to do than provide Pokemon content for you all. Also, this is also really important to helping me organize it later. Please let me know the letters associated with the bracket match that you have with the opponent that you send me the replay with. So for example, if it is Rykard versus Pikachu Lover 99 in match A, you send me the replay and be like, hey, this was match A, or match B, or later in the bracket, match AA, or AB. Just let me know that so it makes organizing things a heck of a lot easier. But anyways, everybody, that is all you need to know about this tournament. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try and respond to them as soon as possible. And I really look forward to hosting this tournament for all of you guys and gals because it's going to be a ton of fun. And if you haven't had a tournament experience under me before, I suggest you give it a shot. So remember, everybody, it is Sunday, December 21st, and it is at noon Eastern Standard Time on the tournament's chat room on Pokemon Showdown. And if you want to watch but just not participate, you can view that on twitch.tv/Rykard3. But as always, everybody, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.